Okay, here we have a play that came up in the Chouette last night. Chouette is a game we play unlimited or individual, or some people call it money games. And it can be played for fun or points. It doesn't have to be for money, but it's money style play where each game stands on its own. And my opponent was in the box. He was against several of us, and I was the captain, which means I was the one who was playing the checkers. But we play full consulting after the cube is turned, and we are holding a 2 cube here, as we should be. We're red, and we just rolled a 6-5. So think about your play. Why would you play a 6-5 here? Okay. Obviously, there's two plays. You can play quietly and safely by moving this checker 5 and then 6 to here. I hope you get it to shots later. He's got to get this checker out. He might not. He's got to get both of these checkers past into safety. Or you can make the big play and hit. Let's see what that looks like. You would move this 6 and this 5 and hit. A little scary. If he rolls a 5 or a 1-4 or a 2-3. There's 11 5s plus a 1-4 and 4-1 is 13, plus a 2-3 and 3-2. You're going to get hit 15 times out of 36. And if you get hit, you lose for sure, and you are probably going to get gammoned, and that's the downside. And you're getting hit 1536, as I recall, is about 42%, something in that range. And by the way, each 1 out of 36, there's 36 possible rolls, is 2.78%. I'm not good at multiplying times 2.78%, but I'm good at multiplying times 3. So if I multiply 15 times 3, that's 45, and I know that because I'm multiplying times 3 instead of 2.78, I'm multiplying by about 10% too much. So if I do 45 and take off 10%, which is 4.5, 45 minus 4.5 would be around 40 and a half. So I would be in the ballpark. So it's probably somewhere around 41, because it's 10% is a little bit too much. Let me pull out a calculator and get the exact number. See how close my 41 is. 15 divided by 36, 41.6 is the exact number. And now, you know, I've done this enough times to where I probably should even remember that 1536 is 41.6%, and eventually you do if you check it enough. So next time I won't be so stupid. But you get hit a lot. You get hit around 40-something% of the time, and when you do get hit, you lose the gammon most of the time, and of course you lose the game. What happens when you don't get hit? What's the upside? What's the 60% of the time? Well, first of all, there are 9 rolls where he doesn't come in. There's a shortcut to that, by the way. I have 3 points made. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 rolls he doesn't come in. You could count them: double 6, double 4, double 3, 3 6, 4 6, and 4 3. If you add them up, that would be 9 rolls where he doesn't come in at all. If he doesn't come in at all, you got a heck of a game. You're probably going to cover this, and you're probably a favorite to win. So you've gone from an underdog to a favorite. However, the gammons are the thing. So this was all debated in our plays, in our discussion. Let's go back to the original. Was this a 5 and this 6? And here's the original. And then we looked at the other play, and quite a debate went on, and I won the debate. I insisted that we hit because number one, we gain more often than we lose, and we gain so huge. And gammons are only worth half as much as winning and losing. Gammons are only worth 0.5. So I'd have to get gammon twice as much with the hitting play as the number of times that I win with the hitting play, and I don't think it can be close to that. And by the way, you make the safe play here, you still might get gammoned. There's no guarantees that you're not getting gammoned when you play safe anyway, and you certainly are going to not win as much. And even if you do get the shot later, let's say you're lucky enough to get a shot later, you might still be taking a similar risk, and you might never get that shot, and you might get the shot and not hit it. So now's my chance. Now I got my shot, I got lots of covers, and I had a fight and scream and scratch and even offered a bet, and finally made the hitting play. And of course, I wouldn't be talking this way if it was wrong. It was right to hit by a huge amount. It's a 30% error, according to Extreme Gammon. You win the game 16% more often by hitting. How often more do you get gammoned by hitting? Well, by hitting you get gammoned about 14% more. Again, gammons are worth half as much. And if you get gammoned, so you lose 14% more gammons, which equates to 7 games because a gammon's only worth half as much. By the way, I'm highlighting all 3 of the top plays and putting it in, hitting it with plus plus. Turns out it's not quite as bad to hit. It's only a 28%, which is still a pretty monstrous blunder, a quadruple blunder at least. So, or around a quadruple blunder. A blunder is 8%, so this is almost 4 times. So, that's saying, when in doubt, make the DMP play. Make the play that's just going to win the most games. DMP is when you're playing and gammons don't matter. That's usually going to be true. And again, there's 2 hitting plays. The best hitting play, this is worse because you have fewer builders and you're leaving blots anyway, so you may as well get an extra builder in here. That's a no-brainer. Okay, so I hope this gave you some interesting principles that would help you. You got to take the bull by the horns. You got to be aggressive, and hitting is fun. So that's another reason to do it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.